What's going on? What it is? What's up? It is Araneae Storm checking in for the Mercury sign series. Mercury in the 5th house to be exact. So if you have Mercury in the 5th house, we're going to talk a little bit about what that means for you. I am Araneae Storm, aka Crew, aka Araneae Storm, your cosmic root work astrologer, specializing in evolutionary astrology. So if you're interested in getting a reading that talks a little bit about your past lives, your destiny, your purpose here in this lifetime, and maybe some of the challenges that you can possibly and potentially run into during that journey, please holla at your girl. I am currently doing readings for donation-based, tip-based, and barter and trade at this current place in time. I think eventually, because this space is so wide right now, I'm probably going to eventually need a speaker, but I hope it sounds good on the live video. This is very mercurial because it's a lot of action going on outside the doors, but let's go ahead and hop right into it. Mercury in the 5th house. Oh, also too, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Definitely turn on the notification bell so you can know when I post as well. And yeah, let's go ahead and hop right into it. So what is Mercury? Okay, Mercury is the ways in which we think, is the ways in which we communicate. It's really how we receive information and also how we output information. Okay, so whatever your Mercury sign is in, it can tell you a lot about of how you learn, how you take in information, how you communicate, and also like to be communicated with, if I'm gonna be honest, really. So it's one thing to learn about somebody's sun, it's one thing to learn about somebody's moon, even Mars and all these other placements, but Mercury, how is we talking? How's we like, how am I seeing you? How is you seeing me? You know what I'm saying? How are we getting this information relayed and things together? So the 5th house is the Leo house. The 5th house is very, it's fun, it's kind of childlike, it's very, a lot of creative thoughts and ideas are housed through the 5th house. You can find yourself, especially to communicate, either communicating with children, or you can even find yourself working with children with Mercury in the 5th house. You could definitely see maybe doing any type of like arts and crafts. So creating music or creating some type of, I don't know, poetry and, you know, maybe film, you know, you into something that has to do with like the creative arts. So you could definitely see a Mercury in the 5th house person here doing those things. So just anything that has to do with like just any forms of creation. Like they're like, I have to create. I need to be in my creative energy or else, you know, with the Mercury. Or Mercury can kind of go a little crazy if it's not, you know, consciously or even subconsciously, unconsciously, I would say, creating here. Definitely healing through the arts, definitely for Mercury in the 5th house. One way that it's easy for them to be able to kind of suss out a lot of that mercurial energy with a lot of thoughts and ideas. It's like actually outputting, you know, being in a place where you are expressing yourself. Maybe you're an artist, so you paint on a canvas and you're, you know, pushing the paint everywhere and throwing the paint on the walls and stuff like that. Definitely, like I said, working with children, working with animals. Even though 6th house definitely has a lot to do with animals, you can also see 5th house too with doing, I would say, smaller animals would definitely be 5th house. And then, you know, as the animals grow and things like that, you can definitely see that in the 6th house. Visual learners as well. Very visual learners. Like it's one thing for like a professor to be in the front of the class, like talking about, oh, and then you have to do this, and then, you know, when the x equals mc squared, and then it's like that, da 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 da, and then Mercury in the 5th house is like, I'm bored. I didn't take this information in. It's kind of boring. I don't know if I really want to. So Mercury in the 5th house people need, like, for example, theater. Like this is like the theater kids, right? This is like the, and if it's not the theater kids, these are people who need, or even children that really need like this visual way or hands-on way of learning something to receive the information. Now, depending on what is aspecting this is a little bit different, and depending on what sign your Mercury is sitting in, they definitely can tell the tale, right? But just period, point blank, Mercury being in the 5th house, this is some of the energy that you'll see here. Usually also too, very witty people, communicators, very flirtatious even can be, or just have a way with words of how they present words out. and also very romantic. And romantic doesn't necessarily just have to be with a partner. This could be just like with dating. Maybe they kind of like go the extra mile. So not only are they buying the flowers, but they're picking like the special place. They're like, ooh, I think this would be fun for us to go to. For example, you know, maybe they plan a date where, you know, I don't know, something real silly and goofy. Maybe you're going to, you know, bumper carts or something like that. Or you go into a carnival and you could play like cool games and, you know, just be in this energy of like, kind of like that, like I said, that childlike energy here with Mercury in the 5th house. You could also see people who are risk takers with Mercury in the 5th house. Like people who are just like, I don't know, I'm just going to try it, very experimental. So for example, going back to music, maybe a Mercury in the 5th house person is very like, wow, you know what, I want to try some music. I want to be an artist. So they start playing the guitar, but then they move from the guitar to like, you know, then they start playing the piano and then they, you know, start producing beats. So they're really, Mercury in the 5th house are they're not only very hands-on creatively, but they like to experiment, you know. They can also have a thing for gambling as well. Definitely want to check out 5th house placements, especially when it comes, like I said, not only risk-taking and gambling, but, you know, just being in this energy where, you know, a lot of energy is kind of going, you know, into multiple places, especially creative-wise. So this is a little bit about Mercury in the 5th house. We are going to move on to Mercury in the 6th house. And I know I'm kind of late on the videos. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. I've been transitioning and things like that, so definitely want to check the rest of those videos out. So I'm going to drop this, and then the 6th house will be dropped today, and then 6th or 7th and 8th will be what is today? Is today Tuesday? Hold on. Tuesday. Oh, I gotta drop 3 videos. So today, 6th house and 7th house will be dropped, and then the 8th house will also be dropped tomorrow. So y'all could definitely check out for those. So like I said, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment, hit up that notification bell. Links, personal readings, donation, barter and trade based, tip based, and all those good things. Definitely check out all my links below in the description box, and you can find out more information there. And I'll talk to y'all on the next one. All right, deuces. Ooh, there we go.